Hey there to the few people that watch me. Today's video is going to be a bit different than what I usually post. As many of you may know, recently in Gravedigger, the Vanguard class was given a very large rework that completely changed how you play them. While the majority of the community likes the changes, the opinions of those who play competitively is a bit more decisive. So I invited 6 competitive players with over 3,500 hours of experience to talk about the changes. So enjoy! So how about we start off with introductions.
Hi, my name is Andy. I am in second command for the Gravedigger competitive team, Old Guard. I recently obtained a brig, whether I liked it or not, and I play the piano.
Nice.
This nerd has the piano thing in game.
I'll link that vid in the description. Okay.
I am Gondo6 Cradbagus. I'm the Psycho CEO of the competitive team Lifestyle Corporation. Started playing this game, I want to say like the first week it came out. I got into the comp scene about, I want to say 200 hours in, when I was just perusing through, the community servers, and I found this server, and I consider myself pretty good at the game. So, I made my own team, and eventually got here.
I'm just Q. People just call me Q. I started playing back when shocks were first being introduced. Through a lot of unhealthy grinding, I'm somehow a brigadier. I joined the comp team probably like 2 hours in as well. 200 hours
goodness. Oh, 200 hours. Okay, I heard 2 hours.
If I said 2, that would have been awful. You can leave that in. Fuck it, dude. That's pretty much it. Just all of my hours going to officer, all 500.
Nice.
Except recently for Van.
Yep, officer main all the way.
I am Renakov. I'm a Rook and Vanguard man. I got into comp from randomly meeting Gando in
a public server.
On train mode specifically, by the way. I am second in command in the lifestyle. That's it.
My name is Undertay. I am I am the owner of the Gravedigger competitive scene. I host tournaments from 1K to 10K Robux. They usually either play 4v4s or 8v, maximum 8v8s. I am very notorious for using shotguns, and especially the Equine and Tunnel Rat. I also own and manage a competitive team called the Old Guards.
Hi, I'm Shadowwarth, but you can call me Shadow. I am a High Lord / Brig. I main Mortician, and I have many gildeds to my name, and I'm just missing at least a few. I used to main Van Knight back in my Inquisitor Lieutenant days, and it went pretty fun. But this rework with me, it just buffed
You gilded
Van
his
Knight
shit
a lot.
with the trackpad.
You didn't have to mention that. You didn't have to mention that.
Okay. So then the rest of the questions will be open for anyone to really chime in at whenever they want. But try not to talk over each other too much. Okay.
So podcast this shit.
It's a podcast.
Kind of.
Debate, bro?
Yeah, debate podcast. So here's the question.
Debate
now that some time has passed, what are your thoughts on the Vanguard rework? Now that players have had time to explore and experiment with it.
You guys know Am's speech from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream?
Yes.
You guys know that?
Yeah.
Kind of like that with me, except replace the word humanity with Vanguard rework.
Yes.
All the game did. Oh no! All Red just did is turn Vanguard from let's say Blitz from Siege to Ella from Siege. Why? Because you can deploy that shit on the ground now.
Well,
Yeah,
we should start over from the start. I think that
Yes.
Vanguard from before, it had some problems. Like I remember, like back then, I had to kind of limit the Vanguard limit to 1 because it was really really strong in some situations. But as time went on, I realized that Vanguard isn't really that hard to deal with. I think the main issue was people are so used to fighting regular other people. Like for example, a soldier and a Jaeger is always gonna have the same kind of elements, for example, when fighting, because they don't have a shield.
Yeah.
When you're fighting a Vanguard, you require a new play style that you're not used to because you don't often see them. You actually have to think around them. I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to call anyone else dumb. It's just there's just a pace of nature, a pace of a strategy that it may cost some people because of it may be more favorable in most situations for the Vanguard than the player because of like how the play like the kits are formed or made.
Yeah, so you
Especially for
yeah,
like the
Yeah,
comp
yeah.
scene and
so you
everything,
kind of
because the way we had to do the
Yeah.
comp is the hardest thing for me and Under before I like stopped helping for the trainees was like try to find like a tiptoe balance for Vanguard players, because you know at the time, a single Vanguard just can absolutely destroy in a 1v1. That weird tiptoe. So like the weirdest thing for us is like we're thinking more in the comp scene setting than like the public setting. For
Because
us, it just kind of like felt a bit overpowered for most team fights in
yeah.
8v8s.
So yeah,
yeah,
you're kind of
because
getting into my second question, which is how has the rework changed how you play as or against Vanguard, and also how does the new version compare to the old version? So we can kind of like
I think it
With the first,
completely dumbed it down in like
completely, yeah,
how
completely
you
dumbed it
fight
down.
a Vanguard. Like it was
Yeah,
different, and now you just fight him. Basically, he's just a support. He's just like
yeah. Well,
yeah,
entirely dependent on his teammates.
well,
with the
Vanguard in general very much slowed the game down due to his shield. Like you had to slow, you had to be more patient because you had to wait for them to make a move before you could do anything.
yeah, because
with
well,
Vanguard, you can like have like multiple opportunities while limiting your opponent with only few.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
No.
because
Absolutely
there's
changed the pace of the game with the rework, because like Gando obviously is gonna hate me for this, because he's a Vanguard main and he absolutely hates the new
Was
Yep.
rework.
We've
Yes, he
heard this
was.
plenty of times, but yeah, no.
And for
Van
me,
Vanguard.
as an officer player, like constantly needing to like rely on Vanguard to cover, it's like now I feel like it's more on me if I like actually see cover for Vanguards
Yep.
now, because like they no longer have to worry about how I'm moving. They could just put their shield down and just like stay in a gunfight and shoot as like a normal player, like a Soldat or something. But like now it's completely on me if I want their protection or not. If
Yeah.
I die next to a Vanguard shield, it's kind of like on me for not playing around them
Yeah,
now
one
instead
thing
of
I
them trying to play around me more.
Yeah, one thing I notice
Yeah.
when I'm playing Vanguard now, especially in public lobbies, is I feel like I can't do as much because I'm either just full defense or I have to be more full offense. I can't do both, which is what the old one was, you know.
Especially for
Yeah.
like pubs, because it's a lot
Especially for
very
pubs, yeah.
disorganized for Vanguard players. Because like especially like when I had to rely on a Vanguard, we kind of just like move out of sync. Because obviously in a pub you can't really like say to someone like, "Hey, I'm actually like right behind you, moving this way." We're kind of like disorganized. But now, like with them being able to place their shield, I actually like they don't have to really worry about it. It could be like an afterthought of them like protecting me while they're actually like doing
Yep.
more important things, like actually killing
Indeed.
people.
because old Vanguard at its core was just a duelist, because there's naturally less body that the Vanguard exposes compared to quite literally anyone else. So when it came to like one-on-one duels, say like a Soldat versus a Vanguard, it was usually pretty one-sided unless the Soldat's aim was competent enough to just hit the arm and nothing else, which
Yeah.
in pubs is quite
Yeah.
rare. So
Well, in pubs
yeah,
there's the chaoticness of there being lots of
mhm.
people, but unfortunately in competitive there's
Well,
only
yeah.
so many people you can rely on, so
Hence
Yeah.
why I
In
Gotta
said
comp,
have
you don't have
comms
the
too.
numbers.
exactly,
And
yeah.
more it
yeah,
comes to like a thinking strategy of like what you're gonna do next.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's
And
yeah,
here's the here's the ironic part. I've seen a lot of people not even pick Vanguard in most competitive matches because
yep.
they just it's either that like they are fumbling a lot or because they don't really like the new change. And
Yeah,
honestly, I
no. Yeah.
feel
Yeah, it's hard to get used to, you know? You have to like to completely
yeah,
change your mindsets.
I
all
There
of
feel
is
my
no in
like it's
friends.
going
between.
through like
It's
a
only
panic
one
phase.
side.
Yep.
What I don't like is like how Red just kind of forces you to play a certain playstyle and not have the creative freedom that we had before.
Yeah.
Especially since like Vanguard before was so old that a lot of people like they have love for him. They know
Yep.
they love how he
Yeah,
is.
they
But like
kind of
with the new
Yeah.
change,
kind of
they
removed a whole
betrayed the
part.
community. Yeah, they like
hmm
the rest of the community feels betrayed, and all of my friends who main Vanguard don't want to touch it anymore because it's just not how it is.
AKA
Me,
Gando right
me,
here.
Yeah,
me.
Ganda,
Gendo.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
My
Gando.
my buddy my buddy Red had the same situation, because he played Vanguard for like a different reason. For him, like the rifles weren't like appealing at all, and he also
Yeah, so he
preferred
wanted
like
to
that
go
protection
pistols, yeah.
role for
Yeah.
people. And then
Yeah.
like with the rework change, you kind of like threw the whole play style of like what a Vanguard should be, like kind of like upside down at
Yep.
first. because obviously you have to get used to it. But like, it still feels kind of off for that type of play style. You kind of feels like they kind of shifted the way they want it to be a protector. They kind of want it to be like a more proactive attacker, defender now. But at the
Yeah.
same time, it feels like not really. It feels like it's kind of flawed with the system. Like the vision
Yeah.
was
Right.
there, but
Yeah.
the playstyle for Van mains kind of just got completely ruined for them.
What I don't
Yeah,
understand
I
is that, like, they said that they were going to greatly increase the defense capabilities of
Yeah,
Vanguard,
but
but they really
didn't
didn't do
really.
that.
They mostly
Yeah,
increased the offensive.
The
No,
shield
they
needs to
decreased-
be a little
they-
bigger
They
for the
they
defense.
just reworked like the
Yeah, shield
abilities, just
bigger,
not
yeah.
like. Yeah, they should have added that.
The
Like,
well,
actually, okay,
the main defensive
they-
thing were the increased health and then the helmet health too.
I think
Yeah.
they should have just kept old Vanguard, but just like limit like the offensive capabilities, like shooting, but like make it more defensive.
Okay, so
Like,
yeah,
they didn't
that's
really have to like completely like
that's
like,
kind of
expand it.
it's kind of getting into my next question, which is how would you have changed the Vanguard? So would you either would you tweak the current version that we have now, or would you want another rework? That's like
No, go
Currently-
back.
or
In my opinion-
we go back to the original.
Go back.
I,
Go back. Go back.
I would go
Go back.
I think this is Gando's main part right here.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gando,
so
Gando, you
I'll
decide.
start off by saying, before I never touched Vanguard before comp. 200 hours in, never touched the class. I think maybe like one time when he first came out. The only reason I ever picked up Vanguard was out of like we got curb stomped by OG in a scrim one time, and they had a really good Vanguard on their team. And I was like, oh, maybe I need to do that. Maybe that was the reason, and it 100% was the reason
was a
because I started
necessity,
kicking
yeah.
ass as Vanguard. Butcher with the grace, dude. I would just, oh, it was so fun. It was so awesome, dude. And I was just killing people, the murder man. Because like I was always hyper aggressive. I never liked
Yeah.
playing support classes.
Well, yeah, well, you can,
And that-
really,
what was
you can
great
really do
about-
that. You can really
yeah,
do
what's
that
great
with
about
Vanguard.
Gravedigger is that even the support class is like more an officer. I still like playing because their supports are passive and
Yeah.
their supports are like impactful. Like
That's one thing that's nice is the guns are universal, so you can really play whatever weapon you want.
yeah, and now with Vanguard you can't even use your gun half the time.
Ah,
And I
no.
love using my gun.
Yeah, I feel like
Vanguard was supposed to be a duelist.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not
Yep.
really, but
They
Yeah.
got rid of the duelist part of like his whole
yeah.
aspect.
Because
Like
here,
I
hot
feel
take,
like yeah. Go ahead, Andy.
hot take. Red did the exact opposite and did neither. Not
Did n-
decreased
I-
both
No
offensive
shit.
defense.
Yeah,
I
Here's
I
the thing.
thought I thought personally she made it more offensive with like the
Yeah,
playstyle
no,
I had.
but like
Fuck
it's only
no.
more offensive. But I feel like you're
No.
forced into using like
Yeah, hell no.
survivalist, so you can get a bigger weapon.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Absolutely.
At least with old Vanguard, you could at least fight back somewhat well. If you're like saying if you're like against like say a group and you're about to get swarmed, at least you can cover yourself most of the time. But with this, it's either one, you cover like damn near only half your body instead of just your arm, or two, you full commit to the full guard and do jack shit. And if the Lancer
Yeah.
comes in, you're just cooked.
Yeah, Lancer
Don't forget
one
the melee
shots now.
dash. You can
Yeah.
Lancer's
Andy,
even worse
Andy.
now. It sucks.
Andy,
What?
you can also apply pressure, like just walking towards them, the melee
Yeah.
bash. Don't forget,
Yeah,
they can't
just
even
swarm them.
melee you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Yo,
have like,
I'm
a
in a
judgment or
pub right
cap
now.
Unless
sword,
you
you're
get
done.
swarmed, you're fucked.
The
If you have
funny
if you have a
Gando?
cap sword or judgment, then you just win.
yeah
question
I
Yeah.
feel
yeah.
No questions asked. Yeah.
Dude, I'm in
No,
a pub
like-
right now. There's one guy using Vanguard right now.
One guy
Oh
using
my God.
Oh yeah,
Vanguard.
and
Yeah,
that was
I've
like
s-
Red's whole thing was like, oh, we're
the
gonna try to fix the pick rate because no one's picking it, and then
Nope.
like
Made
now
it
even the
worse.
Vanguard
Yeah.
players,
Made
now even the Vanguard mains don't even want to
The-
touch
the
Vanguard.
funny
now. It's
part-
like,
the
oh, okay.
The
Helmet
funny
pen
part
is
is
like pretty irrelevant.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
the funny part
Yeah.
is 90% of the time whenever I see Vanguard, it's Van Knight. I am like the only person in a
Oh,
server
yeah.
who's using a gun
Yeah.
with Vanguard. Like no one uses
Because-
guns anymore.
When she
Yeah,
kept
I
doing
I used
the
to be a Van Knight
patches,
main. Van Knight
She
Yeah.
kept doing all the patches, and it made just Van Knight more viable over
Yeah,
time.
Van
near the
Van
end of
Knight's
the
good, but like
patches.
Van Knight can only be so good. It is at the end of the
Yeah.
day just
Exactly.
melee. You know.
Yeah, Van Knight can be still
Yeah.
good, but yet again, it depends on like
The
how it's
interaction.
positioning. Yeah.
They really
Yeah.
just try to cling on to what Vanguard was before.
Be like,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
Van
Yeah.
Knight, is basically what Van Knight was back in the old days.
Runikov,
literally.
what's up? You're typing something.
Oh,
There's also one thing I would
I'm
like
already
to tweak.
typing, so let's let me finish.
would-
Okay, sounds
Sorry.
good. No, go ahead. What Shadow?
Okay, so basically, Andy, I know you like probably remember like Vanguard. You used to like have a pistol like over your shield while you're like still in full guard, right?
Yeah, it made your accuracy ass.
Yeah, it still made that accuracy ass. But what if we had that back?
That would still be a problem.
Oh yeah, I forgot
you
they
wanna know why?
changed that. Oh
the
yeah.
talent and honors still exist because
With
their
all the
stability
new guns
stat
we
is
have,
You're right.
jacked to
You're
high
right.
heaven. And negotiator will be hell to fight against because
But
that
you
thing is, you know,
Go ahead. Yeah, I know. But you could still like shoot their like arm up above.
just barely. But even then,
Yeah, true.
if you're not running Leatherneck, you're going
Here,
to
I'll-
flinch so much that
here.
whatever accuracy you have is still tossed out the window.
Renikov, do you
Red.
wanna
Indeed.
Renikov, do you wanna go ahead for now? Oh, I'll give you a
No,
chance. Oh, sorry.
I'm okay. I already
No,
typed
go-
it in
no.
the chat.
Do you want me to read it out for you? I don't know. Like,
Yes, please.
okay, I can't. Okay, I enjoy Pistol Vanguard, and I rarely ever find times where I can't do anything about a situation. The only changes I'd have for Vanguard is maybe increase the top side parts health in order to help protect the team better. That's about it. So like increase it even more because they did already increase it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
more.
the top
Yeah.
part
100 to 400.
is kind of irrelevant because what
Okay,
Vanguards
I'm
would
more
do
with-
is they
more
would
with-
just look up, and that
Yep.
would invalidate, or they could shoot, like look
Yeah,
from the
but,
side and down, and that would also
And it would
invalidate it.
balance doing that because that would also incentivize counterplay to shoot them in the feet once they do that. You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
balanced
exactly.
that way.
Yeah,
One,
yeah.
If they look up, they can't shoot back. No, can they?
Yeah, they can't shoot back,
Nope.
especially because if they're in full guard, I too.
Yeah.
That's the new.
In Red, as much as I'm thankful for you giving me piano rights to every game, this is not okay.
Like the
Go ahead.
public like region may like
Pub-
it, although there's like some mixed feelings about
Yeah.
it. The entire like competitive,
Yeah, I'm gonna.
yeah,
I'm
Complete
gonna,
fuck.
nobody competitive likes it.
I'm gonna show.
It-
I'm
it
gonna,
feels-
Nobody would love
I'm
it.
gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
show the
yeah.
polls from the main server right now and be like, yeah, everyone in the public server likes these. All the comp players,
Well,
it's
because
kinda
everyone in the
mixed.
public server,
Hated Vanguard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't like
like
Vanguard.
They don't
Yeah.
like Vanguard because like, and I
don't
get
like-
that. Like people don't like overly defensive things. I get that. You want to people want to be more offensive.
wait, where's the
'Cause
clip
normally,
of in Mad vs. Life where I like think the guy with the shield up with like the
oh,
Great question. If you find
Well,
it, send it to me.
If you find it, send
Yeah.
it, because
Yeah,
It's just-
find it, send it to Cat. Yeah.
because before most of the classes, even when they were Vanguard and I think it was Jaeger that first released. I don't know which the combos were, but when Vanguard was out, every class had its own means of being self-sufficient. Because back in the day, it was more of just get out, dig
Yeah.
to B or whatever, have a mud fight, and then do your own thing.
Oh, you found it.
Which
Nice.
allowed
Yeah.
which basically everyone could do their own thing, play together, play alone, do whatever. With this change, you make Vanguard mainly rely on someone else to do the killing for you. Which to its credit isn't horrible, but isn't exactly good either. Because sure, making Vanguard more defensive, that's fine, but reducing the attack ability to like a point where you have to rely on someone else, that's for one. If you want team synergy, that's okay. But when it comes to the Vanguard, worry about themselves because in pubs, the backline tends to die very quickly to Butcher Morts and Lancer Morts sometimes. No, Lancer.
Oh, funny.
Actually,
Yep.
no, Lancer.
Lancer-
That is
Lancer
Lancer Mort
Morts?
because
Lancer.
You
yeah,
mean
yeah.
Mort
Because
Knights?
here
You mean
in
Mort
the pubs,
Knights?
no, Lancer Morts because one, the Lancer charges in and then the Mort cleans out the mess.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because the Mort
Yeah.
provides the Lancers with drugs.
Yeah, and the
Mhm.
drug
Yeah,
time.
because I swear to God, they're everywhere. Like every time I'm trying to
yeah.
sit in the back trying to build
Yeah.
my shit, and I get jumped. It's like, what the hell?
It feels
outside-
like they were did
yeah.
the exact opposite. They tried to solve the issue of Vanguards complaining about people not like playing with them, like playing behind them and shit. And now it kind of just does the opposite of now, you have to rely on someone else to shoot for you now instead of to
yeah.
protect them.
Like I said, you kind of
Yeah.
have to run survivalist to really feel like you're doing
Yo,
something.
We got
I've
rid
said
of-
this.
Yeah,
said this many
because
times
if you're gonna place
before.
on your shield,
Oh yeah,
go ahead.
we
Grant,
got rid of
sorry
one
about that.
issue,
They're
but to
like-
make another issue.
That like the best way to defend your team is to kill the enemy
It's
before they kill your
true.
team.
So true.
When I
Enemy
went
can't hurt
you,
after the rework, I tried to go back. I went to like Vanguard to try it out because like I'm an officer main. I was like, okay, let's see this rework. Let's test it out. And with survivalist being like meta for officer in the comp scene, I was like, okay, hopefully this is like a reason to not use survivalist. Hopefully this class like gives me a reason to like swap off the perk finally. And then
Yeah.
it just turns out, hey, playing aggressive Vanguard and having like a primary for, behind your shield is just way better.
Yep.
So I ended up playing it more aggressively than like
Yeah.
defensively.
They-
So, like
they
it
made
kind
s-
of confused me.
They made
It was
the
like, okay,
survivalist
why are we
version.
defensive?
Yeah, they made the survivalist version even stronger because you can just put the shield down and you have an instant wall. Like it's
Yeah, and you could
yeah.
have two now. You could have one on the ground and you could have one on your back. So like for like, most Vanguard mains, I'm sure they know like when you reload, you just face your back to the enemy and let your shield do the work. Like you could do that now and also have a shield on the ground. And it doesn't punish you at all. It just is a straight buff to just have a primary now. And it confused the shit out of me because I was like, okay, let's make them more defensive. Okay, by playing aggressive now, I see.
yeah.
I don't understand why, but okay.
Yeah, you can play so much
Another
more
thing-
aggressive. Yeah, what?
Another thing is like when you repair your shield halves, you don't get punished for it because like it should be punishing because like it kind of keeps them out of the field, but like most cases, vanguards are still able to like repair their shields mid fight and not just get away with it because of like how fast
Yep.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, in
Making the
pubs,
repairing they made the repairing slightly difficult because you have to pull in the shield now, but like it's not that big of a deal usually.
Just some extra steps. That's all it is.
Yeah.
because old Vanguard, you can just fix your shield, it'd be just fine because
Yep.
the average reaction speed in pubs is the equivalent of a house plant. So you could quite literally fix your shield out in the open, and you would make it out alive.
The equivalent of my grandmother trying to do anything.
I don't know
Yeah.
how house plants works. It does nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, because they and the thing is they also increased all the side parts to even higher now. So now like it's even harder to destroy them. So the repairing
If
happens
you're not
even
running a
less.
judgment, you're just done.
Yeah.
I will say-
Rook bomb. Yeah, you will say Q.
The best part about this, like, is the new passive you guys got with the helmet. I feel like that should
Oh.
have been a thing that should already existed though.
That has a
'cause,
really
like-
Yeah, that
it's
should have
pretty nice.
existed. Yeah, tier one
the-
pen. Everything
only-
goes down. with
however,
this.
The only thing
I'm glad
is
we
I
have
f-
it now.
I find it doesn't play that much of a role like most of the time because your helmet is already behind your shield. So
And now
like,
it just
and-
helps getting counted
yeah,
from
and-
the sides now.
I
Yeah,
find it
that's-
useful. I find it useful as like a pistol vanguard because sometimes I
It-
just don't
Yeah.
repair my top shield.
Half
it's
the time
fine.
I don't really notice it. It seems like it's more just a counter for getting sniped by range,
Yes.
you
it's-
know,
yeah.
because
it's-
the
it's
minus
fun-
pen. I feel like it's just a
Especially the final
range
stand.
thing.
Final
Yeah.
stand, yeah, it's useful. I find it's really funny when someone comes up with an honor and dings me 4 times in the head.
Well, honor can't pen for shit.
Yeah,
Honor
that's,
can't
why,
pen
that's,
anyway.
that's why I
Much.
said it. They ding me 4 times in the head,
No.
and they can't, you know.
It's funnier if they do an honor
I-
if they use the union because it became
Oh, yeah.
nullified.
Yeah, you need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Union's
Oh yeah, I
nullified
meant
now.
yeah, honor duty. No, okay, whatever. Point is, that is definitely one of the better changes, I think.
Oh yeah, I do want to ask though, like with the new rework and everything, and the patches she's done constantly, or he, how do you
She.
guys feel? Yeah, well, thank you. How do you guys feel about the being
Current
able
state
to
of the
pull
game?
up your shield faster but take it down slower?
That depends
I
if
feel
you're
like-
running survivalist or not.
Yep.
Because I
Yeah,
feel like
that's
we
really
should have. I
depends.
feel like that was like I never noticed if that was a thing Vanguard already had, but I feel like it's a good change that should like always stay, even like if it was going to be reverted.
Yeah. That no, I
'Cause
think
this-
I think that is a good change.
Taking the shield out is faster if taking the shield in is faster if you don't have an option.
Yeah.
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 You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
have a.
I'm
Yeah, if
moving
you
it
don't have
fast,
summer-
but folding it back in is slow.
Yep.
What
yeah.
about the no longer slowed by your shield anymore?
I feel like
I
that makes
hardly
it a lot.
feel
I
about that.
feel like that
is-
makes it a lot easier to
Yeah.
protect
It doesn't
people
make
on
much of a
running.
difference because
Yeah,
if
it
you're
does.
just
That- yeah, it doesn't
it
make
does
much-
make.
you're
Yeah.
just walking. That's not
Yep.
much.
Yeah.
Unless you're
Because
running
I
like
noticed a
Black
lot of
Anderson.
Vanguards would get caught in pubs just trying to run with their shield on their back because it would make them slower. But I feel like being able to run with your shield and not have like that movement
Yeah,
debuff is kind of
That is a
kind
I
of just
think
like a
that-
quality of life
I
change
think
more than anything.
I think that's just.
Yeah.
I honestly think that should be a change.
I have one thing that I want to add.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I don't like is like you can place down the Vanguard shield, but the enemies can go through it. And you can't
Yeah.
put your gun or you can't even lean with the Vanguard shield. So it's just really awkward to really use the shield because you can have to like do like peeking with like a really thin pillar
Yeah.
that isn't really that big.
Yeah, dude. Okay.
I mean, you can peek, but it's just you gotta be like you gotta be.
really-
It's on the
really
top
careful.
of the sides.
Be really
Your
careful.
position
Yeah.
needs to be like very on point.
Yeah, that's the
because the
thing.
moment you are like out of position, you're just done. You're gonna get like sniped somewhere and you're just cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
Well,
Yeah.
here, take manufacturing, like the two bridges, right?
Yes.
Right.
Say if you're like on the bridge, right, and you're pushing a team because say if it was an opening team fight. Vanguard pushes, but some form or another, they see a Lancer, they jump off. A small problem: the enemy team is mostly on the ground. So the moment you jump off, because if you want to jump, you have to unfold your shield, right? The moment you jump off, everyone's going to see that, and if you're unlucky, you're just going to take fall damage, and you're just going to die.
You wouldn't
So
take
as
full damage.
Vanguard-
It's not 30
sometimes,
stuns.
Sometimes you do, because I've had moments
Depends if
where
you're jumping and sprinting at
Yeah,
the same
if-
time.
It depends on
Okay.
how. Yeah.
Height
is weird.
It occurs
weird.
just often enough to where it's worth talking about, in my opinion. But outside
It's
of
like
that,
I've never seen that
processing.
happen, though,
It's
but
like
yeah.
processing. If you're sprinting when you go down, you have a small
Yeah.
chance to take
Mhm.
fall damage. If you're just walking off, you don't
Yeah.
take any.
Yeah.
because I get that Vanguard's supposed to be a team player, but a team player should still carry their own weight, right? Like at the
Right.
very least, because
Yeah, they should be able to fight on their own to be able to
because
be able to take 1v1s,
be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
More, you can just stim yourself. Rook, you can build stuff and hide. You have a grenade launcher to fuck
Yeah,
people with.
yeah,
Yes, I
grenade,
like doing that.
Green Ranger's so good.
Officer,
I like
to
to
some people.
I like to correct Dandy. You don't stim yourself. You just heal yourself. Sadly.
No. You can use your own stimulus.
You can use
not
you
the
can use
Surrect.
your
Not the Surrect.
yeah, not the Surrett.
I'm talking about like
You
actual.
can
Okay.
drug yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
If
When
Okay,
I
you
say-
can try.
if
All right.
if as a
all
mort
right,
you could
fine.
give yourself the Surrett, that'd be so busted.
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
you'll
Back
see
to Vanguard.
Morts
Back to
running- you'll see
Vanguard.
Morts running
Back to
around, yeah.
Vanguard.
The
Back-
point is Vanguard just got castrated in more ways than one.
Oh yeah.
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 So
How do you guys feel about
Okay.
the bashing now? 'Cause we
Bashing-
completely
I'm
forgot about
fine.
it.
Bashing's
I'm
funny.
bashing's
I'm
fine.
fine.
Yeah,
I'm
bashing's
fine
funny.
with it.
If it
It's
takes
not a
3
problem
knife
for me
hits-
at all.
Honestly, I don't.
Yeah, undertake. You uppercut
Mm.
people with a shotgun. That's not surprising coming from you. But outside of that, 3 knife hits or 3 regular melee hits is fair enough because that's one mean of making Vanguard defending itself without getting cooked. Because before, you could take a sword up to a Vanguard and absolutely violate them because there was no such thing as melee resistance back in the day.
Yep.
And I have an example.
Yeah.
of
There was
that
no
happening.
fucking melee
Yeah,
resistance.
that
You
was
die
funny.
to anything.
You
I
just
have an
die
example.
instantly.
I have an example because here. Hold on. Let's see.
Okay.
Are you
Yeah,
showing
let's-
clips as well?
Yeah,
Are you
I'll
showing
put
clips as
I'll
well?
put these in the video. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see this. No bad Vanguards. Okay. Here we go. So, I had come on, Metal, please. Thank
Metal
you.
says
There
fuck
we go.
you.
It's loading.
Okay. So basically, all I did was take a sword and stab 2 Vanguards, and these are like reasonably reasonable amount of hour type of players because they were like knight commanders and whatnot. So they had an idea on what to do, but
And this was like
Yeah,
early on, I'm guessing.
yeah. It was when flat maps were still a thing.
Got it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Basically, all I did was hug a corner, wait for them to peek, jump them to get the first hit, and even if the other dude hit me first with a shield bash, I would still beat him because the sword has faster swing speed.
cool.
Yeah.
In range.
Okay, so do you think Red's gonna change the Vanguard again before
No.
the final
No.
episode? No.
Probably
No.
Nothing that we do
No, I
is
doubt
going
it.
to
I don't
change
think Red
the
will
one.
care about a couple
Red
of,
doesn't give a shit. Last I remember.
yeah.
Damn, man.
Well, doesn't she
Yeah.
know we exist? She has to know we
She
exist,
knows it.
right?
Yeah, she knows.
Yeah, we
we
exist. We
Well,
exist,
yeah,
but she
I
doesn't
know,
care.
How
I guess,
that's how I
yeah.
got my piano shit.
I think.
Yeah,
I
Red knows
think
Andy
in terms
exists.
of Red,
yeah.
like okay,
My
to
sa- by
Red,
the way,
I'm pretty
Red,
sure
my
comp
safety's
means
already gone.
jack shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say,
It's not like
compared
she
to-
would change the
compared to,
game
like,
for us.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, she would already done enough with like the quality of life, like private server commands. But like,
oh yeah,
honestly,
that's actually that was
Yeah. I
Just
like that. I
because-
like that.
just because the comp players complain about it, keep in mind we only stick to like 8v8s. We're not actually doing like 16v16s.
Yeah, that'd be
like
that'd
God
be
if she
awful.
actually,
Be
if
awful.
she
That's a
tried to
nightmare.
change, if she
That's a
tried to
night-
change it for the comp team, imagine how much it could fuck up like the actual player base on pubs. And
Yeah,
how
we're just
much like
minority,
you
not
know,
majority.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
restoration and infection are game modes, if
Oh, yeah.
Red is willing to make an exclusive tailored let's say
Old
I
van.
don't know what's the word is.
Competitive
Not-
mode
sh-
that you
shut-
can
shut-
turn
shut up.
competitive
Yeah, like a
mode
whole
on.
competitive mode. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank, but the point is, if you can make a game mode that is specifically tailored for comp scene, like if it's more if things are meant to be fair, because some interactions in Gravedigger are just straight bullshit to fight against. Because if a Jaeger
Yeah.
sneaks up on you,
Apparition.
throws a
The
man trap
existence
on
of
you,
apparition.
they can just do whatever you want. They're
Yeah,
quite
the
literally the
the bear
P. Diddy
trap
of the
thing is
game.
funny.
Indeed. Indeed.
the
Yeah.
fact we had to get rid of apparition because mouse
Yeah.
trees exist.
I mean, it's not just him, bro. It's gonna be
Yeah.
anyone.
No, there's
Oh.
also there's
Yeah, it's
It
just
went
anyone.
anyone.
single-handedly
If-
them.
If apparition was legal, like half the team would be apparition.
No,
I would
because
go
Nation has the upper.
Why didn't we
Nation
just
has
set
the
a
upper
limit
hand,
for
no matter
And,
what.
yeah, Nation has the
There's-
upper hand because of apparition. Yeah,
Why would-
that's true.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you have apparition, you're just gonna have a bunch of Vietnamese tunnel rats just making thin ass tunnels, snipe people from very insane off angles, and get away with it. Because
Yeah.
the hell are you gonna do? You
Precision
can't see
mining
them.
tunnels are gonna be insane.
Yeah, because you're gonna
Yeah.
turn the caves into a McDonald's play place, except everyone has a flashlight and the apparition person doesn't. So you're basically playing a spring trap, and
McDonald's
everyone
play
else is the
place.
security guard.
McDonald's.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Imagine,
the-
imagine if like aggressive Vanguard using apparition. Like, good God.
Yeah,
No,
the
that's
two,
not-
the
If
two,
you, if
com-
you just
Yeah.
if you're being counted, you just put your shield down and just run away.
the
Well,
two,
yeah,
the,
pick up a new one
the,
or
the two,
something.
the two examples. It's either Vietnam tunnels or McDonald's play place.
No,
Oh,
they're
dude,
basically the same.
absolutely
you
make
can't
a
tell
play
me
place.
otherwise.
They're
They're the
the
same
same
thing.
thing.
They're the same
The
thing.
same thing.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
Catcher. I can say that because I'm Vietnamese myself. If you want me to be
Oh,
Vietnamese
that's
on
cool.
demand, I will.
The one,
I'm good, I'm
one
good,
He has
is-
the
I'm
V
good,
pass.
I'm
He
good.
has the
I'm
V
good.
pass. The V pass.
Yes,
one
the
was for
V-
entertainment,
The
one
V-pass.
was for strategy. You know,
Calling it the
Yeah.
V pass doesn't sound right at all. Please never say
That
that
doesn't.
again.
Yeah, that's
the
also another
Vanguard
thing.
pass, bro. The Vanguard pass.
Yeah.
is
What do you
that.
think I was
Vanguard
talking
pass.
about? What do you think I was talking about?
Yeah.
yeah, G man.
Yeah,
Oh no.
small problem. I don't play Vanguard that much.
That's okay. That wasn't.
I
the
used to
point.
play
Vanguard.
Vanguard a lot,
I
and
only,
as well as
listen,
Van
Gando. As much as I love everything else, I only play Vanguard just so I know the interaction.
Exactly
maybe when I'm
same.
bored.
Yeah.
And maybe when I'm bored.
Yeah.
That's it.